parallelly, but what has come as a major spoiler is the fact that the robot has not really worked out in Timmana's rescue operation. The robot, which was supposed to be lowered down to Timmana almost 160 feet, grasp him, hold on to him and pull him up, has not worked out in this case, as the borewell in question tapers down below, and the robot is not really able to reach out to the little child. Also, even as we speak, it is being told at this point in time that the borewell, because it has loose soil and because it is freshly dug up, there is constant loose soil falling on the child, which can prove to be another big hindrance for the rescue operations. In fact, prayers being offered by various schools across the state for Timmana, but rescue operations are getting tougher with each passing minute. It is said that Timmana, who was initially stuck at a depth of almost 10 feet, slipped down to 60 feet after some time, and then has gone to almost 160 feet now. To prevent him from falling down any further, what the NDRF personnel have done is that they have lowered a rope and they have knotted his hand. Had this been done yesterday itself, had this been done when he was at a depth of 10 feet, then he could have been easily pulled up, but that was not the case, as by the time help arrived in this remote farm where for logistics to arrive there is no proper provision, he had already slipped below. Had any of the villagers used a presence of mind and slipped in a rope, probably the child would have held on to it tight and would have pulled him up. There were two parallel rescue operations that were underway until just a while back. While on one hand, the NDRF are digging a parallel tunnel and are trying to reach out to the child in 2 days' time. On the other hand, the robot was being lowered down the borewell to grasp the child and pull him out. But now one operation has failed, the one involving the robot, as the borewell is too deep and tapering for it to reach him. The family members absolutely shattered and devastated with this development. In fact, earlier we even got in touch with the child's father, and he is absolutely not able to speak up. Let's listen to what the victim's mother had to say.
ಹೊಲಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಬರ್ತೀನಿ ಅಮ್ಮ ಅಂತ ಅವ್ರ ಅಮ್ಮ ಹೇಳ್ಯಾನಂತ್ರಿ. ನಾನು ಬರ್ತೀನಿ ಅಣ್ಣ ಅಂತ, ಬ್ಯಾಡಪ್ಪ ನಿನಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಅಂಗಡ್ಯಾಗ ಏನ್ರ ಕೊಡಿಸಿ ಕಳಿಸ್ತೀನಿ ಬಾ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕುರ್ಕುರ್ ಚೀಟ್ ಕೊಡಿಸಿ ಕಳಿಸ್ಯಾನಂತ್ರಿ. ಬಿದ್ದೊಳಕತ್ನಂತ, ಬಿದ್ದೊಳತಾನ ಹಂಗಾರ ಹೊಳ್ಳಿ ಹೋಗೋ ಮುಂದೆ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋದ್ರತಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು 5 ಬೋರ್ ಹಾಕ್ಸಿವ್ರಿ. ಅಷ್ಟು ಬೋರ್ ತೋರಿಸ್ಕೊಂತ ಈ ಬೋರಿಗೆ ಬಂದಾನಂತ್ರಿ. ಆ ಹುಡುಗ ಬೆಳಿ ನೋಡ್ಕೋತ ಬೋರ್ ನೋಡ್ಕೋತ ಬಂದತ್ರಿ. ಇದು ನಮ್ಮ ಹುಡುಗ ಜರ ಹಾಕೈತಲ್ರಿ, ಜರದಾಗ ಜಿಗದಾನ್ರಿ. ಅವ್ ಜರಾನು ಒಳ್ಯಾಕ ಹೋಗೈತ್ರಿ, ನಮ್ಮ ಹುಡುಗನು ಒಳ್ಯಾಕ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟೈತಿ. ಹ್ಞೂನ್ರಿ.
So that was the mother going on to state that her child had stepped out saying that he was going to play, but then they realized that he had fallen into the borewell. They could hear him scream and cry. But by the time help arrived, it had been too late, and that he had slipped further down. What is even more a cause of concern for the officials is the fact that the child has not reacted since today. Yesterday the child showed some movement, was reacting, was responding, but today the child has sunk very deep into the borewell. There is no form of any communication from the child. It has not moved, it has not made any noise, and adding to that there are debris constantly falling on the child. The family members are present on location and are refusing to vacate the region. Police officials are coming in and trying to move them away and are trying to feed them something, but they haven't eaten anything since yesterday and are refusing to move from the location. As we can see, there are a lot of curious onlookers, including the family members, have camped right outside the rescue place. Of course, this is a land that belongs to the victim's family, and the family members are refusing to leave the location as they want to stay very close to where the rescue operations are underway. They want to be present there, despite many villagers, many well-wishers trying to tell them to move away from the location for some time at least. They have refused to do so. Meanwhile, the news has spread like wildfire, and hundreds of villagers, not only from the same village but also from neighboring villages, have started coming in to see what has happened to little Timmanna. The family, we understand, are now requesting the rescue officials to do anything but rescue the child, to try and pull him out alive and safe. But a lot of challenges that the rescue personnel face at the moment, and hence no such guarantee can really be given, especially when the child is stuck at a depth of 160 feet. The NDRF personnel could take at least 2 more days, over 2 days in fact, to reach out to the child. But will he hold on until then? Oxygen is being provided, but there needs to be motivation, there needs to be some sort of a hydration for the child as well. The ambulance is also on standby, but the family members hoping and praying that the child will come out unscathed, will be all right, and that this will not be a repetition of what happened to little Akshita. We'll slip into a short break now, but stay tuned. On the other side, we have a special panel discussion. Welcome back. Well, the big story that we're tracking this hour, where 6-year-old Timmanna has been stuck at a depth of 160 feet in the 300 feet deep borewell for the last 22 hours. Oxygen is being provided to him. The rescue officials reacted almost immediately, but considering that the accident took place in a remote farm in Bagalkote, it took time for the logistics to arrive. It took time for all the officials to arrive. Oxygen is being provided, but for close to a day now, 2 hours short of a day, that Timmanna has been stuck inside a borewell. And to discuss more on this, we have with us Mr. B.G. Chengappa. And we also have with us Dr. H.S.M. Prakashit. Thank you both for joining us. You both have been following the story as well as what we understand. Mr. B.G. Chengappa, what do you think is the situation of the rescue operation now? They have given up on the robot. They've said that it is too deep and the borewell is tapering, so the robot can't really proceed further. So the NDRF will take almost 2 days to dig up, at least 2 days to dig up. So what do you think?
If you go by the experience of Bijapur, I think they have to adopt the same system of going to that level, and horizontally they have to reach to the...
But this is Bagalkote.
No, I am talking about earlier incident I am talking about.
Yes.
Few months back we had one more incident. So I think same system they have to adopt. They are also same team over there, same Manikandan, except Manje Gowda is the new entrant here. We thought at least he will succeed something, but it also failed. As you said, it is because of the narrowness of the whole space. And when you insert anything, the tendency of debris also falling down, it is also blocked the access to this thing.
So that is the bigger issue. In fact, there is no casing for this particular bore well. So the mud is easily slipping on the child and falling. But at a depth of 160 feet, doctor, what are the kind of problems that the little child can encounter?
Actually, the situation is different from place to place. We have got the geological information of the entire country.
Okay.
We have got geological maps of each and every area on 1:50,000 scale. We have mapped it. Our scientists have mapped each and every rock types that are available in the country. Each rock type has got its own characteristic. The situation in Nagtana near Bijapur earlier, Akshata's case, that is a different story. There we have Deccan traps. Actually, those are volcanic rocks. Very difficult to dig into that. Very hard, compact and massive rocks. Whereas here the rocks are shales actually, and to some extent limestones are there. These are sedimentary rocks. Shales are easy to excavate. There are horizontal rocks and there are bedding planes and lamination planes. It is easy to excavate, but below the soil horizon. Here it must be 30 to 40 feet of soil is there. Below that hard rock starts, but that is not that hard. It is easy to excavate. As you said, to go to that particular depth where 160 feet the child is struck up, it will take a long time. Yesterday in one of the programs I was telling that it will take 3 to 4 days to go vertically and then horizontally, to reach the spot where that boy is struck up. It will take 3 to 4 days. It is not that easy. This type of excavation is not going to help in such cases. Earlier case also I had told that district level, district disaster management centers, they should be equipped with vertical shaft sinking machines. These shaft sinking machines are something like Helen that came during the metro excavation in Bangalore. So that can do the horizontal boring or tunneling at a rate of say 1 meter per day or 2 meters per day. But there are quicker machines available with NTPC, NHPC and all such big companies where tunneling is done on a routine basis for underground water passages in penstocks and such plants. These tunneling machines are needed. Such machines should be kept readily available in such cases. But this type of opening a wide pit and then go vertically and then reach horizontally, it is going to take a long time. And here in this case actually there was an opportunity in the beginning itself, first 2 hours. See, every incident is a lesson to us, it's an eye-opener to us, and we have to become wiser after every incident. So this time the doctors have introduced a rubber pipe with oxygen. The child was alive and he was trying to hold it, but rubber is too weak to bear the strength of a body weight. So that has given way and he has gone further down. Instead, at that time, along with the oxygen pipe, if they had introduced a rope with a handle sort of thing, you have seen in the buses, there is something to hold.
Or just a rope. If they had nothing, if the villagers had volunteered, put a rope inside also, they could have pulled up?
A rope with a loop. So you could have got stuck up to that one with the hand, or you could have taken the support of that one. So the only first hour, second hour is very important. So after that, probably people have gone there because of stomping, loose pebbles, loose material has gone inside, and that has obstructed the passage of oxygen to the mouth or the nose of the boy. Probably suffocation is there even if he is alive. Probably it is a semi-conscious state. But it's a very difficult situation, and this robo is also not helping, and the diameter of the hole gets narrowed down as we go down. It starts with 8 inches in the beginning and then goes to 6 inches, and that is the diameter for introducing a submersible pump. So that is not enough for a 6-year boy. Earlier it was a 4-year-old girl, and the growth of a girl is less compared to a boy, and so this is a tough situation, and this is a lesson to everybody, to the government also. So they should take care of such situations and fill up all the open boreholes.